What is happening, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate. I'm your host, El Capitan, and tonight on the tailgate party that never seems to stop, we'll get into some updates, some injury updates, an update on Hill. I told you guys yesterday that he was seen in a walking boot, so we got an article about that. Some updates about Tua, a little bit of info. Still up in the air on whether or not he'll play. Now, by my understanding, no matter what, Teddy nor him can do anything in contact at all, like even throughout the whole week. So no matter what's going to happen, Skylar's going to get first team reps this week. Hopefully they'll be far and away more prepared for him being in the football game, because it did not look prepared. Ugly football. I watched, I had a ton of energy. I was going to go like 45 minutes ago trying to get ready and stuff like that, and I was watching the game over again, and done sucked the life right out of me. It was just a piss poor performance all the way around. A lot of ugly penalties, trickery play calls. I really want to see the all-22 because, I know Skylar made some bad plays. It just was a bad outing all the way around. And even then, all the way until the field goal attempt in the fourth quarter, which is about 13 minutes left, the Dolphins were still in hand in the game. It was still 17-19. And then it snowballed out of control. After that conversion, they take the ball down the field on, I want to say that was the play. That was the pass to, I can't remember if that was earlier or later. I don't know, but they got some chunk yard plays. I can go into the game script. I have it printed over or pulled up over here. But, we will look at the 22 film because I do want to see where mistakes were made. The O-line was terrible. Larnell Coleman, just the pressure. It was a rough football game. The Dolphins didn't look prepared. And they were a more talented team, which is why they remained in the game most of it, even with the woes at losing your, starting quarterback for the day after the very first snap. Also, a little bit of controversy about the concussion protocol and how Teddy got out. I guess a spotter, which is somebody that they have with binoculars watching people, said that he's shown signs of concussion, and once the spotter spots you, it's done. Man, I don't like that rule that, refs and then spotters and doctors and these people have so much control over the game. I'm not saying I need to know who they are or something like that, but I just don't want it to become something that's abused or used to hurt the game. And now we got a spotter getting, little bit of extra Christmas bonuses to call teams. There's just so much more hands into the play-by-play type stuff that can affect not only the outcome of this game, but the outcome of future games. So, hopefully we get some kind of checks and balances in that, some kind of rotation of these people so they're not in one city, so a city can take advantage. A city, a team. I don't want to say a city. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of that stuff. We'll get into that, guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, subscribing if you're new. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, come over to YouTube. Subscribe here on the network. We're over 4,200 guys. We're trying to get to 5,000 before the 1 year mark. That would be awesome. We'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed, but we are growing exponentially, and it's all because of you guys, and I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. Shout out to all the members who help support the program. Members always scrolling at the bottom. I still have to update the membership for the new member, Michelle. I haven't forgot you. It's just want to get everything together. I actually have HB and I have a hilarious project that we're working on here in the near future. You guys will love it. Some people are really going to hate it, and some way more than others. But I promise it's going to be funny, and everyone's going to have a good laugh. Well, maybe not everybody. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button on the way in, checking out all the great content we have here on the program. You guys got Tonk 7, who I'm expecting to be back here tomorrow. Keep our fingers crossed. On Tuesdays, live around 9. They got color on Thursdays with late night color commentary and surprising all of us with some coffee and a cup of color when he's feeling up to it. And then we got late night exhale with Ali on Saturdays at 10. You guys already know Ali's crushing it on the Saturdays, getting us ready for Sunday. But you guys can always catch me, El Capitan, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, trying to do as much as I can when I can. Fridays we'll try to, get Brandon the book in here. I am starting finally this job I've been waiting to pan out for a while now tomorrow. So there is going to be an adjustment period. So give me some slack, guys. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate help support the channel. Fanatics link is in the description. Get your gear officially licensed from them, or you can grab some of our gear. Got all the links in the description for all the good stuff. Everybody already knows. Got the good. And there's also a secondary site that you guys can get some of this stuff. And if you use TFTG 10, you'll get 10% off. So how about that? And then, guys, don't forget about Backroom Collections, who has some of the dopest stuff ever. Just give me a quick second. I want to show you guys this, what Backroom Collections has. It's $150. It's all custom stuff. So just want to show you one of their new things that they just got. Hold on, I want to pull it up for you guys. Check it out. Here it is right here. Let me share this page real quick. This is the kind of stuff that Backroom Collections has. And if you use offer code #TFTG, you'll get 10% off of this stuff. So right here, check this bad boy out. Look at that. Uh-oh, what happened? There it goes. That thing is pimp. Tell me that wouldn't look good hanging on your wall. There ain't no way. I look good on everybody's wall. So yeah, guys, use offer code #TFTG in the description to help support the show in that way. And we also always appreciate Super Chat. Thanks, everybody, getting in here early. Carla, pick a better player to get behind. Saves a lot of embarrassment, guys. LOL. Which player are we talking about? I get behind all the players and criticize all of them, Carla. You already know what it is. What's happening, Bentley? What's happening, Pam? What's going on? God Soldier, Pam in here. El Capitan. I don't want to hear anybody say anything about not being a Dolphins fan. If you ain't a fan, move on. Absolutely. This is not a time for gatekeeping, people. Okay? We don't have to look. And I said this not that long ago, and colors in the back. I'm going to bring them up here directly. But we don't have to look at other players to measure my quarterback up to or down to. It's kind of like when we had criticisms for Tua, and people are like, well, at least he's better than Mac Jones. I'm like, fuck Mac Jones. He better be better than Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to measure down to that guy. If anything, I might measure up, but I want him to be the best Tua. But, like, here we are discussing how Skylar did and the woes of the whole team. Let's be real. Because it ain't like Skylar lost that football game alone on Sunday. That is not what happened. He did not lose that. I mean, he didn't do enough to win a football game. He did some okay things. I'm sure there's when all 22 comes out, I'm sure I'm going to look and see some things I wish he would have seen himself and taken shots. But also, I seen plenty of people drop footballs. I seen some questionable play calls. That 4th and inches option play that it's like a pitch back to the fullback who then options it out to friggin' Raheem Moser. We lost like 3 yards. It was just so just got cute at times. There's lots of blame to go around in a loss like that. Nothing, no more than the penalties. I mean, damn, those penalties were costly. There's a 3rd down pickup that Skylar ran that came back with a penalty. There's a 3rd down conversion. I forget what play it was, but then they got called. It was like on a 3rd and 10, and they converted, and then they got a penalty. Now it's 3rd and 20. You know what I'm saying? And that's just hard for a young rookie in what appeared to be almost everything but certain. Didn't have a lot of times with guys like Waddle and a Tyreek Hill in hitting these routes and playing with these guys. There wasn't a lot of chemistry. But yeah, man, like we can look at these people, and when we're looking at these things, and I keep seeing this on Twitter. I keep hearing it from people. They're like, "Oh, Tua, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Whoa, Tua didn't even play." Like, what? Why is a Dolphin fan looking at a Dolphins loss and attacking other Dolphin fans with their starting quarterback that we all wish was fucking playing? I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. It doesn't. Like, what are you doing? And then they're like, "You're toxic. Tua's better," in your face. Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Relax. I don't know. It's weird to me. Yeah, Laura, there is some depression to go around. Scott, God Soldier, what's happening? DTA Killer, what's going on? Michael K, Vikings by 3. You wish, bro. You wish. We'll see. Mountie Fins, what's happening, bud? Bill, maybe Skylar this week. Yeah, I mean, look, to me, this is a little bit better of a litmus test if he does end up going, because he's going to get the bulk of the snaps and working with the ones. But let's see what we find out about Tyreek Hill. What if Tyreek Hill doesn't play? I mean, that's not going to help him out. Noah Igbinogheni's going to be out there, who didn't do terrible, but, his defense isn't getting turnovers. There was some sacks, but those penalties were costly. I mean, there must have been 4 face masks on this team, or 5 face masks and illegal hands to the face by this team. That's half the penalties right there. I mean, they were killers too. Ben, what's happening? Batman's Pops, what's going on? Mike, O-line rank dropped from 24th to 32nd in one game. Bro, that ain't no lie. Did you see how they were? First of all, Larnell Coleman at left tackle was getting abused all day long. I mean, there's a play circulating on Twitter where Skylar Thompson's sitting in the pocket, and as soon as he plants his back foot in his drop back, he's got Liam Eichenberg in his lap because he's getting bull rushed all the way back. As he's walking back he has to stop and throw standing straight. Didn't get to move forward, didn't get to step in and get nothing. I mean, it was just, he got abused back there. He took some shots, probably held on to the ball a little bit longer at some times. But it is NFL game speed, and I'm sure at first he was like, whoa, this is faster than even the preseason. C. Dole, what's happening? Jimmy, what's going on? Yeah, I got you, Michael. I'm just saying that here we got one more thing put into a football game that is completely. I mean, I get it. We're talking about safety, and I want these guys to be safe, but you know what I'm talking about. Think Vegas could influence the spotter? I mean, I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? The famous doctor behind the Concussion movie is one that said Tua should retire. I heard that. And then I also hear other doctors, NFL doctors, talking about how Tua can play Sunday. It's a fine line. There's a lot of information. I told you guys what I heard yesterday. I feel pretty good about the information I'm getting, but I don't think anyone's going to have anything certain on Tua. There's going to be a ton of people talking about he can play this week and a ton of people saying you'll never even see him sniff the field this week. And both at this point are equally right because no one's got the go-ahead one way or another. The NFL could overrule it, especially with these new concussion protocols. There's no one's really understanding where the line is sitting when that happens or what's happening with that. I'm sure they do, but the Dolphins are also making it pretty clear through a lot of diligence that, hey, this is one concussion that happened what'll be 17 days ago from one game to the other, and he's passing all his tests and whatever. So I don't know. I don't. I would almost say what's odd is that, like, Teddy Bridgewater, by the new concussion protocol, is out till Thursday no matter what. I don't know, man. Again, it's so dicey. There's too much information going around. So we'll have to let it simmer for another 48 hours before we start really feeling one way or another. McDonald's got a new fry guy? Sure. I don't get it. What's up, Ace of Spades? My homie Martin, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, and Mike's right. Hit the like button. No gestures fans ever. What's happening? Sir Q blocks a lot. Crypto, what's going on? Cuban, what's going on? Iceman. See everybody in here. El Capitan, I think that intentional grounding call was BS. I believe there was a receiver near there. The ball hit the ground. You know what, Q, even more than that, I mean, we've seen that call. He's throwing the ball. His arm's getting hit. The ball kind of gets taken out of the air. It dies in the ground. You know, it dies in the air or whatever. I mean, again, that's why I was like, oh, fix is in right away. They're already whammying us. They gave you the safety on a questionable play that 8 times out of 10, I won't say 9 times out of 10 because I think there's a couple of this that happens just like that. But to end up in a safety, like, damn, bro. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of questionable calls. But, I mean, dude, they didn't really, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we were doing enough as a football team on special teams, on defense, to do anything to stand in their way to stop them from stealing the game, hanging around. We just never put much together. There was a decent drive or two by the offense and a couple of decent stops by the defense, but massive inconsistencies. What's going on, Batman? Skylar with the first team reps will show what he's got, Imperial Gaming says. I hope so. I think he definitely could show better than what I've seen. Just didn't look like anyone was on the same page. And like I said, I went back and watched it again, and you know, he's calling audibles, and you could see confusion and stuff like that. A lot of the plays are running down there was a delay of game. I don't know how many plays looked like he was running down as someone's running in motion with less than 5 seconds left. You know, there was just the whole thing happening. So that to me is reps, and That's just easy to see. It's just obvious. What's up, Von Joe? Miami Kid Jay. Let's see what Skylar can do with a full week of preparation. I mean, yeah, I agree. I want to see him if he's there. You know what I don't want? I don't want Tua to come out faster and take an injury, because if something like that happens, if he's not healed 100% and goes out with another concussion, you'll never see him for the whole rest of the year. And that would be worst case scenario for the football team and how it's currently constructed. Could they salvage the season with Skylar Thompson? Could Teddy Bridgewater get it figured out? Maybe. But I'm talking about the plan for the Dolphins this year is to run with Tua Tagovailoa and see if he can get this team and be competitive and get into the playoffs and win playoff games and hopefully find out that he's the guy in doing all this. He goes down with another concussion because we rush him out there too fast. That's it. Whole season's a wash. They won't let that guy back out there. They're looking to hang people. Dude, this stuff's on the 6 o'clock news, local news. It's on CNN. Everybody's talking about the concussion stuff. So the spotlight's extra on the NFL right now. And I got to be honest, I feel like they feel some kind of way towards the Dolphins for it. Even though we did everything that they said, they're certainly looking to punish us. And if you don't believe me or call me a conspiracy theorist, go look at the tape of Teddy going down. Didn't look like a lot of visible evidence to me. Playing it safe, maybe. But all I saw is Teddy, hanging his head low because he just got sacked for a safety. Got right back up and walked off fine and didn't see him stumbling around. But hey, who am I to argue? Then again, right after that, he passed all his concussion protocols, but they still kept him off. But who am I to argue? Again, though, think they feel some kind of way. Let's hope that they don't, whammy us. So, Color, you ready to come up here, man? I'll bring you back. What's up? AKA Hobbs. It's time to admit that Tua's ability to stay on the field is a liability. Supposed to be a decent quarterback class next year. We have to consider it, even a veteran if necessary. I hear you. That narrative kind of has been there and will continue to grow now, but that concussion to me, look, if he comes back because of how much time is left to play this week or next and doesn't get injured the rest of the year, that narrative will not carry nothing. He takes one more injury this year and say he misses another 2 games. Maybe it won't be the label that sticks, but it will be a label he'll wear. And that's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. You can call me a Tua hater. You don't know nothing. You don't love Tua because you said that, Kill Capitan. Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. Got to tell you how it is sometimes. If he comes back this week or next, but goes out with an injury for 2 games again this year, might not even cost us the playoffs or him doing well, but he'll still wear a label of injury prone. It's just a fact. He'll have to put together another year injury-free or minimal injury kind of stuff to then get that off. It's just a fact. There's just been too many. What's up, Color?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Fuck, dude. Watching that game over again just took the piss right out of me.
I know.
Fuck my deal up, bud. Not gonna lie.
Only consolation, I mean, I guess, the Raiders are beating the Chiefs right now. Does that make you feel any better?
Ace of Spades makes a great point. The Vikings D-line's pretty good. That O-line that I seen on Sunday would get a lot of people killed. I mean, damn, it got Skylar killed quite a few times.
But see there again, though. What would be the difference if we saw the Vikings 5 games from now and Tua came in this week against, let's say, the Junkety Junks?
5 games from now? Well, I would say hopefully in 5 games from now, Eichenberg gets a little bit better or they figure someone else to come in there. I don't know. Austin Jackson hold on. Austin Jackson is back from injury and playing, and Teron Armstead doesn't have the toe injury that he's got now.
Well,
so those 3 things right there, any of that, I mean, dude, Robert Hunt didn't play that good. He didn't play that good the last game either. Just saying, there's some work to be done.
Okay, let's say all these injuries are back by then.
5 games from now?
My point is, the Vikings D line is always going to be good. They're always going to get Tua killed.
That's not true. I'm saying this. This is the context. I mean,
do we take our quarterback out every time we have a couple guys injured on the O-line? Is what I'm asking.
No. I'm saying if I could see from what Ace of Spades is saying here is simply just because of the absolute state of the offensive line right now. And the fact that he's coming off of a concussion, one in which we are under an absolute microscope. Fuck, we're under a telescope. They got the Hubble telescope on this, waiting for him when he goes out there. He falls down and looks any sort of way. He gonna get this. They're gonna do that, and then they're gonna take it out on the Dolphins. I really feel like that could be.
I agree.
Bro, I don't even listen. I just want to say this too, Color. I don't even know if the NFL just is looking for a poster child and they'll find one to stick.
Maybe that's true, but now basically
you know what I'm saying?
We're conceding an advantage to the Vikings because they put a good defensive line together.
I got you, but these are the politics we got to live with. These are the politics.
They don't even have to earn it?
Who?
The Vikings defensive line. We can't put our quarterback in for this week because it's the Vikings defensive line.
No, I'm saying that it would be ill-advised and not a wise move.
I agree with that. So because of the NFL pressing optics on us, we're going to concede an advantage to the Vikings.
Well, the optics ain't going to lose. You're right. The optics is going to be there whenever Tua starts. You're right. But maybe, just maybe.
Well, it must be nice
just
to be a
maybe,
Vikings fan.
You play it just a sliver safer for Tua because of the concussion. If, say it's, 16, 17, and 18 days, somewhere in that window, you should be golden from a concussion time.
Can we just get a quarterback that can play all 17 games, please?
Well, that now, Color, that would just be too easy. What are you talking about? Now you ain't a real Dolphins fan. What you mean? You hate Tua.
So I don't want my team to win because I don't want to concede a game to the Vikings because of what it looks like to the NFL.
I don't say we should concede a game to the Vikings. No. But I'm just saying that maybe the NFL will be more lenient with their microscope. It'll be a microscope and not a telescope. If you give them an extra game. It is fortunate for the Vikings. It is 1,000,000% fortunate for them because, let's be real. Am I turning up tonight? I hadn't got. I was gonna, Master at Work might have been coming around and stuff like that. We were gonna delve into some of the stuff from last week, and we still will. It's quite some harsh words thrown around in the YouTube streets. I mean, let's be real, dude. But didn't really set it up to knock that down, especially with all that's going on and continues to go on with this team. So much shit happens with this football team that other shit kind of got to take a back burner sometimes, as you know. But yes.
Hey, by the way, Lulu, welcome to the Finn's tailgate. You're not. It ain't just a matter of get him off, okay? Just so you know. An audience member is requesting that you remove your your co-host, because I'm a Tua hater.
Well, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't remove anybody.
Welcome to the channel, Lulu. I'm Color Commentary.
Yeah.
I have a show twice a week on this network, and I'm not getting removed. So
it's not going to happen.
Welcome to the channel.
I wouldn't remove somebody if they were a guest up on the channel. There's only a few things you could do to get removed around this, but we'll get.
Yeah, I agree. Ace of Spades, I agree. I wasn't speaking. I get what you're saying. Ace of Spades, I think we'll be fine with Skylar too, with proper preparation. I just think. I just think it's odd that we're having a discussion about, this guy that everybody wants us to get behind, yet we have to concede a game to another team because of optics. Is that really our quarterback one? Really? Seriously?
So color, I don't. That's just it. The optics, the conceding thing. I don't really even put that on my quarterback.
Well, I'm
To be honest,
saying if he's ready to play,
I don't see
what
how
I'm
this
saying
kind of
is if
lays
he's
that
ready
to
to
his
play
feet.
and he wants to play, okay, and he gives us the best chance to win, but we're not starting him because of what it looks like, then that's very fortunate for the Vikings.
Absolutely, but I don't see how I'd put that as an indictment on Tua. I'm saying
not.
that
I never did. That's why I
Okay.
don't know why I get the hater label.
Oh, okay. Well, to me, this is more of I don't know, like the Dolphins are just gonna do a solid for the NFL, which I've seen plenty of that these years. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I know
right.
you have.
So if
We've
I'm
seen
okay
plenty
with
of
that, then how can I call myself a Dolphins fan? If I'm okay with that. You know, I'm just not okay with that. And I hope Skylar kicks their freaking ass up and down the field. I don't care what it makes Tua look like.
Life. Look, I don't. What was that? What is that? See, that's the thing. And I know what you're talking about. There seems to be a little bit of, people ready to jump on a 7th-round rookie who had a poor outing while the team continued to have a poor outing. Let's be honest. There was a lot of coaching all the way around was pretty damn ugly. And in that fourth quarter, all 3 phases completely melted. Absolutely melted. No favors were done.
We're gonna
at times.
compound that coaching mistake by conceding an entire game, possibly to the NFL.
So you're saying, I mean, I got you.
I mean, if nobody believes that Skylar gives us the best chance to win, then we're conceding a game instead of starting our quarterback.
My point of this color is that if Mike McDaniel and company is holding out hope and planning on Tua being the guy and not going to give extra to Skylar Thompson in any scenario, it would be foolhardy at this point. Because to me, Tua can be a game-time decision who didn't do nothing and just flew down with the team and could pick up the offense pretty good enough to beat the Vikings, I believe, as long as he's healthy. To me, the best coaching decision at this point is to do whatever you can to have, like I said, 5 quarters of game plan with Skylar effectively with the ones. That's what needs to happen. That has to happen because I didn't see that. Has to happen.
I just don't. I honestly, after what we just saw, I don't have the confidence that that's going to get done. Call me crazy.
Dude, linebackers were pretty terrible. And I'll tell you what, Eric Rowe had some terrible plays. A lot of guys got caught in the box when runs or little passes were put to the outside the hashes. And it was embarrassing, terrible tackling at times. And probably the most worst part on all sides was the costly, timely penalties. They were they were the worst time to get one. I mean, drive killing, momentum killing type of penalties.
Yeah, you're right.
All over the place,
I'd like to
bro.
point out about that safety. Should we go back and penalize Tom Brady for the play that caused the tuck rule?
Oh, dude,
that was a forward pass that fell right at his feet that didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. He didn't get penalized for intentional grounding on that play. A play that was so scrutinized that it created a whole new rule in the NFL. Yet nobody pointed out that it was also intentional grounding. Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Well, we know how the Golden Boy... Again, dude, this is why I can't help myself but look at it in the prism of the brand and the entertainment business. It is a sport. I'm not saying it's fucking fake or some crazy conspiracy guy, but there is definite business decisions being made out there for a brand a lot.
And that's
and
part of
I feel like
pro. Like you got to navigate around that to be able to win a championship. That's pro sports.
Right. That's and coaches, especially young coaches, they might be able to put a game plan together, good calls, all kinds of stuff. But I'll give
and
you
that
for
is the
instance,
difference between college and pro. It's like you gotta add the entertainment aspect to it and actually incorporate that into your game plan.
Dude, watch Thursday Night Football dude, when they were doing like an interview with Matt Ryan underneath the stadium. I'm like, oh my God, all I need now is some guy to come by and hit Matt Ryan over the head with a chair, and we're in it for certain now, bro. Like, I'm sitting there watching Matt Ryan, right? And he's talking to Tony Gonzalez. And they're like, yeah, hey, what's up? Da-da-da. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just thinking, I wanted to see Matt Ryan going, well, let me tell you something, Tony in the audience. We're going to come in here tonight, and we're going to kill the Colts. Like, I was waiting, and as he was doing that, oh, yeah. And then some guy hit him in the head with a chair and shit. I thought for sure that was going to happen because it is a page out of WWE. It was so hilarious to me. I was sitting there with my dad cracking up watching that part. But, don't forget, and the organism protects itself. Now, don't get me wrong. We got something going for us, Dolphins fans. The brand of Tua and the international dollar that come around with that kid is for real. Real. Just a fact. But damn, dude, that don't mean they won't poster child that boy on some concussion bullshit. So you better tango the game pretty well. And they love sticking to Dolphins with some scandal or some bullshit like that. Don't let our franchise be perpetrated upon. Fans, do not allow them to politically suck you into a bad decision that you feel confident about to fucking work one over on you. So be careful. We will pay attention to this situation.
By the way,
Ali and Color and I had a conversation. Something that I think should be brought up on TMI. Something I think we should really look into. This new turf, these new helmets. I can't remember a time where I seen guys' heads hit the ground and are getting concussions. I remember, a defensive wide receiver, linebacker catches a freaking running back just right, quarterback gets hit by a lineman. These were the type of things. I can't remember when guys are, getting tackled, getting hit in the shoulder, getting a good lick, but not getting hit in the head and hitting the ground and going night-night. I don't remember that. Where it was always a blow to the head from another guy that was doing a lot of especially the violent ones. You know what I'm saying? So I think we should really look into this and take a gander. So
I think it's official.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chiefs make the best adjustments at halftime in the league.
Dude, you know what? I never believed in Carr, thought he was garbage, all this stuff. And then last year I said I was wrong about Carr. I concede. And here I am looking at him and thinking, that motherfucker. That's all I'm thinking is like, he got it. He did it. He Tannehilled everybody because he got some money. They were smart. They didn't give him like $150 million. I want to say it's like a $90 million contract or something like that. But like,
so Kelsey just caught a ball on one side of the field at like the 10-yard line, ran at an angle and angled off the entire defensive line to the other corner of the freaking end zone, dude. And they couldn't get him down. Like, you've got to be kidding me, man.
Ugly.
This is ridiculous. Fences off, stiff arms the entire defensive line one by one practically, and skates all the way to the other corner of the end zone. Like, wow, man.
Ugly.
I thought we had bad tackling. Jeez, man.
Mark, I don't come on your fucking high ground. Fucking Bills fans love to sit on some metaphorical high. I didn't know when you guys got this way. Used to be a bunch of dirt balls, but now you're trying to. Well, that's the new type of dirt ball. It's the guy that sits. Well, I'll tell you, I've been a perfect angel my whole life. Never done nothing wrong, and neither has my franchise. And I gotta be honest, this is a no-no by you. Fuck out of here.
They're starting to, and Mark will get this analogy. Okay, they're starting to turn into St. Louis Cardinals fans. Like, seriously, bro. Except St. Louis Cardinals actually win championships.
Yeah, Pamela. Nothing but dirt balls that have dirt balls with dirt balls. That's right. I like that. Look, I'm just being real.
Like, you know how St. Louis Cardinals fans will go to other baseball fans and start telling them how to fix their team.
Well, it's the same argument I see from
you
other.
need better pitching. What you need is a better bullpen. You know, and
it's kind of like, yeah, I know, right? You sit here and make every excuse in the book, but no, like, it's this thing I see people do, and it's always like a weak thing. First of all, Bills fans and a lot of other people do this too. They align themselves with people that are already winning or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bills fans align themselves with Jets all day. Ha ha, Dolphins, with Jets, we love you. You know, it's like the weirdest bro thing that happens. And whatever, we're used to being ganged up on in that way because, you know, you hate us because you ain't us. I got you. But also, there's this metaphorical high ground that people try to take, and they try to, like, Victorian insult you. And, you know, color what I'm talking about. We were talking about this the other. It's such a petty move. And then there's another action they love to do. They love to, like, name drop things and, like, people and things that they got nothing to do with, that would never ever let themselves be tied with them. But because they're gonna go, I'm on a moral high ground, and these people are my people. And now you're siding against me and all these people. And it's like, bro, none of those people feel that way for certain, and you sound like an idiot. And it's this veiled thin layer of I'm a better person than you, and that's a scumbag move. And there's so many people that live with that shit. They have this thing going on where they don't understand how to live and let live. They always want to totem pole everyone around them. They always want to. They always want to do this fucking weak stuff. And really, to me, it points out such an easy thing. You're insecure. You're an insecure person. You don't know how to stand on your own merit or your own 2 feet. And that's all right. You could try to find ways for confidence, but when it comes down to what you perceive to be as a confrontation, that's why you're acting such a way. That's when I want to start a fight and end a fight. You know what I'm saying? I want to start a fight and end a fight and have some kind of weak political, usually moral high ground to keep you and make me a winner. And I say, you're already a loser because you got to take those pussy tactics. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And that's all. It's just the truth. You know what it is, Color.
Oh, yeah. And the Jets receivers are still trash.
Yeah, it's not like they put up a lot, dude. It wasn't an overly impressive type of ordeal. Honestly, the Dolphins beat themselves. Their longest pass play was to their running back. Yet Mark wants me to come here and take an L about the receivers. Like, really, bro? Like, you think I didn't watch the game or something? Yeah, I know. No touchdowns. No touchdowns.
Guy had 210 yards passing, and 80 of that came off a pass play to a running back.
That Eric Rowe completely missed assignment on and just left him
Mark
naked.
Wanted me to apologize
and
take an L for saying their receivers were trash.
I know, right? No. Listen, the Jets are trash. Let's call it for what it is. Like, I don't know. Could they show me they're a better football team by the next time I see them? Maybe, but
yeah, was Garrett Wilson the best receiver on their team yesterday? Yeah, I'll give you that. Still trash.
Either way.
That's like deciding whether you want raccoon shit or bear shit.
Shit's shit, bro.
They're both weasels.
Either way. Either way. I don't have time to argue with that. And what Batman was talking about, we'll address that at a later day. Got something cooking good on that anyhow. and maybe we'll get Master at Work up here or something like that. I do want to find out. I gotta ask him point blank. Are these
Inquiring
false?
minds want to know.
Yeah. If that's his false accusations, what are you doing making false accusations like that, bro? This, we could talk football, and the Patriots suck. He already knows that. That's why he's literally they're so happy about Zap. This is crazy. They're so zap.
Well,
got pom poms and everything.
If I'm to keep the same energy I did for Skylar, I can tell you this: you will never see the words Billy Zapp in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he did say Skylar Thompson.
It's not a Hall of Fame football name. Sorry, guys. Sorry to burst your bubble, Patriot fans. Billy Zapp will never be a Hall of Fame quarterback.
They pitched a shutout the other day. I gotta say, Zapp did. Hey, good for them. But look, it's just, come on, Johnny. It's fucking Billy Zapp.
I don't even think they have a Z template in the name engraver at the Hall of Fame. Oh yeah, they have to because of all the Owinskis and Jasinskis and stuff like that. They have to have a Z.
So yeah, we could be 5-0 easily right now. I agree. But you know what? These are the highs and lows of NFL seasons. Really, and Colors kind of said this bit. The lack of depth in the offensive line is showing. The lack of depth at linebackers is showing. These were the areas that they decided to go short on in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Schematically on defense. And I don't know. It seemed to me like they were going to use more tight ends, but that I want to say it was the sack fumble. It was Mike Gesicki blocking out there against their edge rushing pass rusher that gave up that sack fumble. Just, I don't know. And I know Durham Smythe was a little banged up and stuff like that, but geez, bro. Gotta help somebody somehow in that scenario. Roll the kid out, keep him. He was sat in the pocket a lot and took some abuse when he did. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's get into some of these articles. I do have... Actually, you know what we'll do first? Because some of these articles go through with what Coach is talking about. We'll go ahead and watch Coach. Pull this up. There we go. What's going on in that game now, Color? Let's see. All right, here we go.
Sorry, guys. So has Tua been rolled out for Sunday?
But Tua, right now, I'm not even really thinking of his timeline. As I said before, we're just trying to get him as healthy as possible. We're pretty much in a 12 to 24 hour reoccurring evaluation process, and he's doing well. He was here today, but he has not he's not ready to take the step to do some football stuff yet. So that will be talk to me in every 12 to 24 hours.
Where's Teddy at? Is he still in concussion protocol?
Teddy, he had no symptoms today. He had no symptoms yesterday, but per the rule change, he's being treated as though he has a concussion, and so he's in the subsequent protocol.
Coach, this week you play the Vikings.
Cedric Peter, Randy Moss, Dante Culpepper, Chris Carter, and the late Hall of Fame coach Dennis Green. I know you spent some time early in your coaching career as a running backs coach with him with the in the UFL. What was that experience like, and what are some things that you keep with you today that you learned from them?
Oh, that was a very impactful experience, specifically with Coach Denny Green, because he was a unique spirited leader. So it was he was very outside the box. So it left a big impression on me, just how he saw things for what they were, how he didn't try to follow the path of least resistance, nor did he really concern himself with what others were doing. You know, he would tell me stories about how when he got to Minnesota, he specifically altered the offense to a digit system that was foreign to him, because all the he wanted to have something unique and different, a competitive advantage against all the Coach Walsh disciples that were coming from that tree. So all of those things were very impactful. He was such a good human being, and that will forever last with me.
Mike, a couple of offensive line questions. Teron Armstead, what are you hearing, and is he back in South Florida? And then Austin Jackson.
He's back in South Florida. I think the visit went well, and the one thing I've learned with Teron is I can trust him as much as I've ever trusted any player. So I know one thing: he will do whatever it takes to play Sunday. And the one thing that myself, the coaching staff, and his teammates know is if he's not able to play, it's because he's physically unable to play. So trust in that process, and accept to that thing healthy. And then what was the Austin Jackson? The plan is to hopefully we plan and hope to see him practice this week in a limited role, but he's done a great job getting himself back so that we could even consider that this week.
Mike, in the past hour or so, we've seen a couple of videos from some of the local TV stations showing Bridgewater after the safety. And in those videos, at least from what we could see from those angles, we did not see him stumble. What have you been able to see on video so far? Have you seen anything that indicates a stumble or doesn't indicate any stumble whatsoever?
No, I mean, I don't really concern myself with all of that, just because I was there at the game. I was watching him intently. It was the first offensive play of the game, and I didn't see him stumble. But I'm also not really in the business of grading and coaching spotters. The rules in place for player safety, and I'm all about that. Honestly, so whether he stumbled or not, the rules are the rules.
Smart move.
And my only takeaway from the whole process was really my personal relationship with Teddy, and Teddy was very prepared to play that game.
You hear that, Color? Sounds like Teddy got a lot of work. They were planning on Teddy, and Teddy was planning on it, and they were very prepared for this game.
Right.
Literally what I've said. It showed to me when Skylar was out there that Skylar wasn't prepared, and neither were they. Like, not that this caught them off guard and they didn't have something for it, but, I mean, damn, dude, the first play of the game, no one's prepared for that. If that was the case, you would have made that guy the starter. That's why I was calling for it. In the situation, if the Skylar came out and got a safety on the first play of the game and got out of the game, Teddy at least has years of veteran experience and with a good enough coach that they could just throw something against the wall. You know, this was worst case scenario. And now we remain, I mean, look, I don't want to call it worst case scenario, but we really remain in that space now, perceptively to me, 10 days behind it of taking care of it. If that would have been the case now, we'd be going into this week again with Teddy or something like Skylar, who had more reps even in a loss if this was the week. But we could see a second loss in the hangover because of, you just heard him. I'll rewind it. He said Teddy was extra prepared for this.
My personal relationship with Teddy, and Teddy was very prepared to play that game, and he put a lot into it, and he just I was excited to see him play, and my heart hurt that he was unable to execute something he was very prepared for, and his teammates were excited to see him play. So,
Can you quantify or, sorry, were you going to follow?
Yeah, just real quick, regarding Teddy, given the area that he's in now where he's not showing symptoms, but he's in the protocol, what would be the soonest that he could possibly participate in practice? And how reluctant would you be to play a quarterback if he hadn't practiced the previous week?
well, as far as the protocol, that's for good reason. The coaches aren't involved in that, so I know in a perfect world where there's absolutely no setbacks with anything. Again, this is kind of uncharted territory for us. The soonest.
Color, did I fucking call this shit or what, bro? Did I call all this or what?
You did.
I just want
You did.
I just want to rewind it a little bit so I'm gonna take my bow in this segment because they're asking him what happened here, and it's exactly what I said. It showed me that they weren't prepared for Teddy, and that's why they had some trickery going on. I mean, it was painfully obvious.
Regarding Teddy, given the area
For Skylar, excuse me.
He's not showing symptoms, but he's in the protocol. What would be the soonest that he could possibly participate in practice? And how reluctant would you be to
Went back a
play a
little far.
quarterback if he hadn't practiced the previous week?
Well, as far as the protocol, that's for good reason. The coaches aren't involved in that, so I know in a perfect world where there's absolutely no setbacks with anything. Again, this is kind of uncharted territory for us. The soonest that you can be on the field in a limited capacity, non-contact, would be Thursday. However, I have, I'm not going to try to guess true or not. This is again, I just do the best with the situation given and try not to spend my time worrying about things that I can't control as best I can.
Teddy only has a couple limited practices leading up to the game. Just based on his experience, would you feel comfortable having him play in the game on Sunday?
A lot of hypotheticals. I think I would like to. I would like to see. I would like to see when Teddy can practice, which is not up to necessarily us in general. And then, once that happens, assess the situation, which is there's some compounding variables. I think he does. The one thing I do know is that he will do everything it takes to prepare to play in a football game. Very comfortable with that. You just have you have to really do right by the football team and the player, and in terms of whether or not you're putting a player, whether or not he feels comfortable to execute his responsibilities. So that's too early. There's too many hypotheticals for me to even assess that. What I do know is he's a pro, and if and when it's called on, I know he's going to put his best foot forward for himself and his teammates.
Quantify just the level of, I guess you would call it, misfortunes at 3 consecutive games where a quarterback hits his head the same exact way on a hit and is caused to miss time because of it.
Scales. Yeah, it's a weird question for me to ask because I'm not lying. Like the adversity is an opportunity is real to me, only because that is life, that is football. So,
Oh man, I love
as
that.
opposed to sitting here and saying, "Wow, this is hard," winning's hard. Being in the National Football League, whether you're a coach or a player, is hard. All things that are worth achieving are hard. So, in a odd way, I haven't really. I would. Let's just put it this way. I would feel guilt and feel as though I was shortchanging the Dolphins and the team if I was spending any time thinking about how hard it is. I think you always want your players to be healthy. I think you always make sure that your roster is built so that you have players capable to execute in light of any sort of injury, and you do that the right way. You're confident in all your players, and whatever hand dealt, you have to deal with.
I mean, bro, you gotta love the guy. He's saying all the right things, and I gotta expect from what I've seen out of the dude that he's talked about the adversity, striking, hitting, and how he would, handle it. It's something we said when we first got him that I'll be excited to see how he fares in the way of adversity and the growth. Which is why even after this, I think I'm I don't want to say easily chalk it up to rookie mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But I can't help but feel like he's going to get caught off guard like he did with Robert Saleh probably having some good insight and ways to attack this offense. I mean, let's not forget. You know what I'm saying? So, look, coach is going to get it worked out. What do you think, Color?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it has some flaws. He ran up against us and even complimented us for that when he became our coach. And now a guy, prepares his defense and stops his offense like that, because he knows it.
I forget
Sounds
what part
like,
it was at.
I don't know. Sounds like you need to change your offense, man.
I'm going to go back. Hold on. Let's see. 11-16. I want to play this
Some
again.
of the local TV stations showing Bridgewater after the safety. And in those videos, at least from what we could see from those
No,
angles.
this isn't it. It was before that.
Left a big impression on me. Just how he saw things for what they were. How he didn't try to follow the path.
Let's get back to the question. Hold on.
Where's Teddy at? Is he still in concussion protocol?
So this week you play the Vikings as mentioned before, and the names that come to mind include Adrian Peterson, Randy Moss, Dante
Where'd it go?
Culpepper.
There was that.
Actual experience.
That was that part that I wanted to play
left
back
a big
again.
impression on me. Just how he saw things for what they were. How he didn't try to follow the path of least resistance, nor did he really concern himself with what others were doing. He would, my Teddy was very prepared from the whole process. All about that. Honestly, whether he stumbled or not, the rules are the rules. And my only takeaway from the whole process was really my personal relationship with Teddy. And, Teddy was very prepared to play that game. And he put a lot into it. And I was excited to see him play. and my heart hurt that he was unable to execute something he was very prepared for, and his teammates were excited to see him play. So
that was a message to the NFL. You freaking goddamn, what do you
bastards!
call it?
You done fucking,
The guy that
football
ruins
blocked
everybody's
homeboy.
party. You know what I mean? Like,
Buzz Killington.
yeah, buzzkill. Like NFL, the
Yeah.
buzzkill. Like, poor guy got
Yeah.
his freaking heart into it, prepared all
Yep.
week, and you just strip it right from him because of your little stupid little political games.
It's totally a political game. You can go. I got the video clip.
He was wobbling a little bit.
I seen it with my binoculars from the stands. That's the guy with a pair of binoculars from the stands. That's what they're saying. Dude with the binoculars in the stands is calling out this stuff now. That's what we've dissolved in. You're telling me guys in binoculars are impacting football with this much stuff? I gotta call bullshit. I gotta call bullshit. What the fuck you mean? I don't know.
Meanwhile, real quick, the Raiders got the Chiefs to kick a field goal, right? So they could only go up by 5 or by 4 or by 5. And the Raiders committed a penalty on the missed field goal. Chiefs got it 1st and 10 and then scored a touchdown. That's brutal, man.
and whatever hand dealt, you have to deal with.
A couple of your cornerbacks, Xavier and Byron Jones, are you optimistic for this week for them?
I'm again, no setbacks. I'm not sure. I don't expect to see Byron this week.
Come on, Byron.
X
Killing me, Johnny.
We were happy with where he was at today, and he's a guy that he's fully embraced his captain's role. He takes it very serious.
What the hell does that got to do with
it
anything,
pains
Mike?
him not to his arms had dropped. I know for a fact that he, like the other captains that are on the sidelines, will do everything possible to be ready for Sunday, and we'll see him if he's ready to go.
Mike,
How about Durham Smythe?
Durham's
Damn, dope name,
he's really-
Fidel Cashflow.
I
That's
guess
just fire.
it's the true professionals that do things the right way that appear to be getting injured. So he's a guy that I wouldn't count out at all. But it was a serious enough deal for it to be unknown for really his game status. So we'll treat that day by day. It's a real I don't know, crapshoot right now with when it comes to injuries. But what I do, unintended consequence that is a positive, is that I think our team is getting used to not blinking when guys go down. That is a part of our sport, that you don't want people to lose a competitive advantage if you're like, well, we got no chance because this guy's hurt. That is not the mindset of the football team. We have a lot of good football players that can contribute and perform if those guys are unable to come back.
Mike, are you moving forward this week with practices and everything with the assumption that Skylar will be the starter on Sunday?
I'm moving forward to it's too soon for me to really pinpoint that. There's I kind of have to wait and assess the whole situation, which I do not have in scope. What I do know is that Skylar will be practicing on Wednesday, and hopefully Wednesday I'll have a better feel of the direction that we should go that's best for the football team.
After watching some of the film from last night, what did you like about what Skylar did?
I really respected the fact of how, being a backup quarterback in this league is not easy, And what people don't understand is you can't have you have to have a finite amount of reps during the week, because you can't deplete your athletes and you can't have endless amount of reps. So
Oh my God, Color! Oh my God, Color! Are you hearing this right now?
I'm trying to. I really can't figure out what the fuck he's talking about. But
Just listen. Just listen.
in this league is not easy. And
Watch,
what people
hold
don't
on.
understand is go that's best for the football team.
Watch, listen.
Watching some of the film from last night, what did you like about what Skylar did?
I really respected the fact of how, being a backup quarterback in this league is not easy. And what people don't understand is you can't have you have to have a finite amount of reps during the week, because you can't deplete your athletes and you can't have endless amount of reps.
That's why there's no chemistry with the ones, because he's not getting the reps with the ones because you can't deplete the athletes. So he's got to get the reps in with other guys in either other ways or different guys. But I'm sorry, when you're looking at Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle run out there, you're like, holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not helping that kid in that situation. It's why I wished he would have did it. He's basically telling us right now that, yeah, he didn't get any reps with these motherfucking guys last week. That he did his backup duties with the backup guys. But, I mean, listen to what he just said.
on an extended week, remind you.
On an extended week. And I got to be honest, you're telling me they're not getting out there till Wednesday. Why? Why aren't they out there Tuesday? Why aren't they out there right? I mean,
that's not love, bro. And we're all about love down in there in our building.
Oh, I don't know. Love causes injury, dog, because hearts get broken.
Well, I mean, half our roster's injured, so,
Metaphorical and physical, Color. That's right. Watch out.
What people don't understand is you can't have you have to have a finite amount of reps during the week, because you can't deplete your athletes and you can't have endless amount of reps. So typically starters get anywhere from 80 to 100% of the practice reps. So a backup quarterback, especially a rookie, tremendous challenge, because you have to own the whole game plan, visualize it, be able to call it, be able to line people up, and then execute appropriately. I think he was
Without getting those reps. That's what he should have said right after that, because that's what the fact is. Without getting the reps, you got to do, and he'll repeat real quick.
typically starters get anywhere from 80 to 100% of the practice reps. So a backup quarterback, especially a rookie, tremendous challenge, because you have to own the whole game plan, visualize it, be able to call it, be able to line people up, and then execute appropriately. I think he was way on top of the game plan.
Color, I got to take this fucking clip and attach it to YouTube, to Twitter, because you will not believe how many fucking idiots and assholes I got into arguments with on there, telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about, when I literally said Mike McDaniel shoulders some of the blame. They didn't get the practice reps with Skylar, and minimally, Teddy is a seasoned veteran, even if we just got the son of a bitch last week when Tua got injured. He would still come in far and away more prepared for NFL football than Skylar could ever hope to be as a 7th round rookie. This was a coaching mistake, and we got caught. So with that in mind, and where we were at coming into the third quarter, right around the missed field goal, that's how much better of a football team the Dolphins are. It just completely fell to shit after that, because then we started getting tricky, doing fucking option plays with the fucking fullback. What the hell was going on? Anyhow, I'm going to rewind it again, because I've literally said it during the football game, after the football game, had it on a show, and I've gotten a ton of pushback from that, saying that I'm attacking Mike McDaniel and that I'm an asshole about Teddy. And I'm like, you guys are fucking idiots. What are you talking about? You didn't see the same football game. And then as soon as I say that, Tua would have won. I'm like, what the fuck are you no shit. In the fourth quarter, Tua, who's been a damn good fourth quarter quarterback, would have probably won that football game. But what the fuck are we talking about? He wasn't there. He wasn't even in fucking the state. How the fuck's he winning anything? He's not even in state. This is so stupid to even fucking say that. Talk about imaginary dreamland.
Be able to call it, be able to line people up, and then execute appropriately. I think he was way on top of the game plan in a way that I don't think that typically I'm used to rookies being on top of. And I think he was also frustrated with his play, but confident that it was more of like a frustration in the moment, like my feet are messed up, but that wasn't the right timing. Overall, it's exactly what I thought it would be, where I left the game knowing that the game is not too big for him, and that was probably, if he has any say in it, that was probably the worst that he will feel like he'll perform as a professional, and that was good enough to win. So I was very happy with
this being the absolute bottom floor you'll see from a Skylar Thompson quarterback is what coach is trying to tell you, is he's saying that it's only up from here. And as he just admitted, he got anywhere between 20 and 0% of practice snaps. He had to visualize because of snap counts, rightfully so. I don't need Tyreek Hill running freaking 50 snaps twice a week, 100 snaps. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about here? To run down this stuff. I can't have that happening, doing that much stuff. But, again,
the player, because it takes a lot of prep, and it's a big stage that everyone's not up for.
When you say it's too soon to pinpoint Skylar Thompson if he'll be starting, is that only because of the availability of Tua and Teddy Bridgewater, or does Reed factor into that?
Well, you guys didn't bring up Cedric Wilson. No, there's just like too many variables right now for my head to even absorb. I think those decisions are important, and without a shadow of a doubt, I'll make that with the best interest in the football team. But there are literally too many variables that I don't feel comfortable going down that road. But hopefully in the next couple of days I will.
All those variables, challenging enough coming up with a game plan for a tough opponent, but then you factor in, you don't know which quarterback, what does that add relative to the challenge of your install and everything that may go into this week?
It is a nice challenge, but nothing that myself and the rest of the coaches are paid to do. So
nice.
Like, just kind of how I look at those things. Like, I don't. No one really cares how hard it is. You know.
Oh, listen, that's what they pay me for. I got to do my job. Piss on whatever's hard around is my.
Do you want me to sit up here and be like, man, and this is hard? Like, no. It's a different sort of challenge, but every week to solve challenges. There's always, whether it's what the defense presents, some of the issues, maybe injuries that you have, and then there's some weeks that those are compounding. It's difficult, but nothing that I don't see as part of what I expect from myself and what I expect from the coaching staff. So you don't need to shed any tears for me.
You said you were optimistic about Tyreek's status. He obviously was after the game. Are there any updates on his health kind of going into the week?
He looked pretty good today, but we'll take that day by day. I know he won't, if and when he plays next, he won't play in a boot. I know that much. But he's another one. We have a lot of guys that really care about playing football and take the responsibility, especially the captains that take that responsibility very serious. So
was that a way to say when you don't see the boot on him anymore, he's ready to play? I didn't understand that, or was it just a straight joke?
I think it was a joke, and I think what he's trying to edge out is that it's kind of like what he just said. No one cares how hard it is. This is what they paid me for, and he's kind of putting that ball in their court, talking about what they want to be and how they do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's putting it on them a little bit to be there. I mean, look, who doesn't expect Tyreek Hill to show up? But this would be a good game for him to miss if this was a game like you say. You kind of just say, hey, shit ain't going right. I know it's going to be harder like without Tyreek, but we got to also tactically think that here's Tyreek in a game that if he was in perfect health, maybe wouldn't go our way because of other injuries they might keep. Maybe Xavier doesn't go. Maybe Teron Armstead. I know it sounds terrible to say this, Color, but there is a strategy in saying, I know it might not win, but we're going to go in. We're going to go in thin and light on this game. And if we pull out the win, great. We're going to do everything we can with what we're going out there with.
Well, that's what I thought we did this week.
Well, I know. But I think that's what they thought, too. They thought this was the game they could lay up. And maybe they would have, I don't know. Who knows, Color? We're talking about other tactics. Because I know Mike McDaniel's smart enough to understand, realize, and even plan for stuff in this. I mean, look, Teron Armstead don't even practice. You know what I'm saying? But right now, think of this week in particular. Skylar Thompson needs the reps. We just went through that. He ain't even going to get the reps with fucking Hill. Not in a walking boot, he ain't. See what I'm saying? Like, we could be in for a rough game coming up. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. What's going on? Thanks, Chef. Keep these fools in check. But round and round.
So, days after games, especially with leg and ankle stuff and feet, typically things are pretty swollen. He felt all right, but it's going to be with him. He's
feels
a fast
like that,
healer,
Aqua.
but
It does feel like
you just
something's
don't
off
know
with
those
Waddle.
type of things. So we'll, like most of my life right now, we'll take it day by day.
Like a couple of Teddy questions back to him. Number one, I know you guys can send video to the league. Would you send? I don't even know where you would send the video of him allegedly stumbling, but would you send that video to anyone to get a clarification on the rule? And number two, would you send video of the pass interference, the intentional grounding? And is that a requirement? What did you think of that?
So
pay attention to Coach's answer on this, because there's nothing wrong with sending, just for clarification is what he said. But remember, too, Dolphins are getting it a little bit sideways. Again, I feel some kind of way about the NFL just going at us again and again and again around here. I think even this might be a little bit of payback for what Ross had been found guilty for. You know what I'm saying, Color? Like, am I out of the realm? Am I on a ledge out here thinking that the NFL?
Maybe not, but God,
You know what I'm
why
saying?
I don't understand why they don't just punish the guy if that's what they want to do. Why do they have to punish him through us?
What else you gonna do? You try to take a competitive advantage against us, we're gonna take you back a competitive advantage. Just eye for an eye type of shit. I don't know. Billionaires are people too, and as you can see in the chat at any given moment on most places, people are petty as fuck. So let's be real.
So the two, as far as those procedures go,
Listen.
one, I wouldn't see any reason to send the league a video because it already happened.
What, bro? Was that a script read or what? Did he look down at his piece of paper on the podium? Was he like?
I wouldn't see any reason to send the league a video because it already happened. So, like, am I in the business of grading spotters? No. I mean, it is what it is, and I'm not really concerned with. Again, I would feel irresponsible on my part to, like, no one cares if we think this, that, or the other. Secondly, typically there's a communication system set up by the league with, in regards to penalties, and the way it works is that you have designated coaches each week, and if you have a discrepancy with a call or a question, you submit them in a format that's standardized the day after the game, and they generally get back to you pretty quick. So I'm sure we'll get a clarification on that, but typically I don't really spend my time worrying about past things, whether they're misgivings or whatever they are that are outside of my control. I'm more concerned with doing my job as it relates to the football team, the coaching staff, the players, and the organization, and then preparing.
Which matters
our
not
team,
if they're freaking
for the next challenge ahead.
Yeah, but I mean, but
what does
Color,
it matter if you do all that if you don't get to function under the same rules as the rest of the league?
That's my point, and he knows that. Like, listen, even if I point it out, if he starts to call it out, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna pour it on more. You kind of just gotta wait until
But as far as the intentional grounding rule, we need a clarification on that.
Absolutely, bro. And maybe they will on that part. I hope they find something, because, I mean, we need clarification. I know I've seen it before, but, I mean, I don't know. His arm was hit. It could have easily gone the other way. The problem, I think, that we can all easily agree upon, maybe it could be called one way or the other, whatever, but it was so late after they called it incomplete. You know what I'm saying?
From what I understand, the rule actually clarifies to make sure that the virtue of the rule, intentional grounding,
is that it was intentional.
That it was intentional, and the rule actually specifies that not when somebody's arm is hit.
And this too, Color, is why it's really looked like a freaking fix right away, because even like the dude that comes on TV that talks about it, he's telling everybody why it didn't get an intentional grounding. And then right after that, they come up and say intentional grounding. They had their little powwow for a whole minute in time for the dude at the head studios. The guy in the little corner with his vest on. I don't know what the fuck his name is. The ref spokes guy. And he's like, yeah, this is how it could be, but this is how it's called, blah, blah, blah. He didn't even think it was going to change over, and then boom, it did. Some talking head weirdo, I don't know.
Which, they're 4-1, doing a great job. So we would not be giving ourselves the best chance to compete against them if we did anything otherwise.
Ooh, did you hear that? Did he just drop a little bit of a message there, Color? Did you hear what he just said? Listen.
Which, they're 4-1, doing a great job.
Hold on. Let me rewind it just a little bit.
Things, whether it's a clarification on that, but typically I don't really spend my time worrying about past things, whether they're misgivings or whatever they are that are outside of my control.
Outside of my control.
With doing my job as it relates to the football team, the coaching staff, the players, and the organization.
Listen.
And then preparing our team for the next challenge ahead, which
here it comes.
They're 4-1, doing a great job. So we would not be giving ourselves the best chance to compete against them if we did anything otherwise.
We wouldn't be giving ourselves the best chance to compete against them if we did anything else otherwise. That's what he said. You hear that, Color? I think he basically just told us that, yeah, NFL got a fucking hard on for us right now. I start prying around in that ain't giving us any better chance to win against this team. It's hurting us. He pretty much just told everybody the fucking truth right there. That was the truth. That was some real shit. Look, he even knows it too. He's like, all right, got it out good. Hopefully El Capitan doesn't see this and catch it and call it out. End it on a high note. Yeah. I don't know. Color. Let's do the rundown real quick. We'll drop the link. We'll hang out for like an hour or so.
Right on.
I got so much going on tomorrow.
So
Guys,
for even
make
more
sure-
great content, you can catch us on Tuesday nights with Tonk TMI, who will be, if I understand, returning this week. Capitan, is that confirmed yet, or?
I'm gonna confirm it ASAP tomorrow morning. So.
Right on. Either case, we'll bring you something. Then you got me, of course, on Thursday nights, talking about. Usually, been talking about the Thursday night games lately, and I've been pretty regular about coffee and a cup of color on Saturdays. Missed it this week, but we'll get back on track this Saturday morning, and of course, every other night of the week. Oh, sorry, forgot about Ali on Saturday nights. Almost forgot. Exhaled him right out. He'll be going to the game this week, so I think he'll probably be going early on Saturday, probably around 9:30. And of course, every other night of the week, as like tonight, you can catch El Capitan on the Finn's Tailgate. There's many ways to support the channel. Cash App, Venmo included, the Finn's Tailgate, as well as super chats, super stickers, and memberships. And of course, make sure you're hitting the link in the description below. If you need anything from Fanatics, who provides everything you need, officially licensed for all sports memorabilia. Of course, we got our gear, flag, all kinds of stuff, tumblers, hats, yoga pants, coffee cups. And of course, you can hit you can use the code TFTG10 for 15% off. And of course, make sure you're checking out Backroom Collections for all your great custom memorabilia and artwork, high-end stuff, great stuff to look at and purchase. And you can use hashtag TFTG for 10% off at checkout.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's everything. Yeah. That freaking Miami thing's dope, bro. It says Miami, got all the players in it and stuff. I dropped the link, everybody. Everybody.
Oh, and
We'll
make
hang
sure
out
you're
for an
liking
hour or
and
so.
sharing, because if you can't help out monetarily, the likes and the shares are just
Yeah.
as important to us and help us grow just as much and just as fast. And
That's
thank you, everybody who has helped us grow. We're getting close to 5,000, and it's going to come probably in I estimate about 12 to 13 days. So we'll see what
Whoa.
happens.
I say
Make me wrong. Let's get there at 10.
I say 14. I say 14. But we'll see.
$1, Bob. $1.
Oh, we do, Aqua. We do need an NFL spotter meme.
Yeah,
That's
no
a good
kidding.
idea. Somebody looking around the corner or something like that. I don't know if that guy where he's looking over to the looking at barbecue or whatever like that, and he's going like this, leaning over around the tree. You've seen that meme. I don't know if that works, but it could in an instant.
Have a picture have a dolphin logo and a little cloud in his mind, like
no. Yeah, that, but he's wearing a Jets jersey, looking to screw us
there
over.
you go.
You know what I'm saying? There's the
Right.
NFL spotter, got binoculars around his neck. Look at that.
or just
Figured
put
it
him in
out.
a suit with a little green Jet Kelly green corsage,
Oh yeah, you put the corsage on. I already know what time it is. I mean, it's been WWE for a minute. If you think about it.
Man. So the Chiefs retook the lead by 1 point.
Yeah, has it been back and forth? I
Yeah.
don't even have it on.
The Raiders threw a bomb to Devontae Adams, absolute gorgeous dime right in the basket over two defenders. And then I guess the Chiefs retook it. They're up by a point. Raiders are driving with 45 seconds left, and he just hit Devontae Adams down to like the 45, 35-yard line, 35, 40-yard line. All they need is a field goal.
So Carr's out here saying El Capitan talking shit about me again. I got to get better.
Oh, dude,
what happened.
you should see this pass he threw to Devontae Adams for the touchdown.
Second
bro.
I started talking shit about him again, he's like, I don't want to lose that guy.
It was
just
an
giving him his
absolute
flowers.
rainbow, dude. And credit to Devontae Adams, because it was one of those passes that's like perfectly vertical over your head, and he just hauled it in like it was nothing.
I mean, it's Devontae Adams, bro. Like, he's making as much as his quarterback and shit. Yeah, there is questions. I don't know, man. I can't imagine Tua coming out this week unless I mean, that's what coach is telling me. I just heard basically they're under the microscope and we all know it. They put Tua out there. Who knows what happens? I don't know. I would love to have if he's out there playing. I'm gonna feel like there's a win in hand.
It's just a real shame that, like, you know, we're in a situation where it's like,
Politics
if it's any other opponent, he can play. You know, like if their D line is shitty, we'll let him go. You know what I mean? Like, what the heck is that nonsense, dude?
See, that's not how I'm trying to. The Fed's watching. G.
But that's the situation they're forcing. You know what I mean?
G is on point. Feds are watching, bro.
I'm telling you.
The Feds are watching. Trap House got to close down for a bit. Got to let shit get quiet. Break all the phones and get all new phones.
I'm pretty sure somehow if I search long and hard enough, it's to his fault somehow. I just got to figure it out, man. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, people.
Mm-hmm. You're already canceled for it. So
I know. That's why it doesn't bother me to say things like that anymore. Because they already. I'm a beat writer on Twitter. I mean, I made it to that group, so I know I'm canceled.
That's right.
I might as well be as bad as Mike Florio, who does rip us off, by the way.
Yeah, you should just start ripping everybody else off just like that. You fly right to the top.
Yeah, we're not complaining about it. We're not going to send him a cease and desist order or anything like some people would. But
yeah, I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm not going to, go around his back and
flattered. We're actually flattered that Florio has a representative listening to us and steals our content. We're pretty happy with that.
Flattery is usually the way to take it. I mean, like, bro, who reacts hostile to everything? I mean, why? Can't you know, it's a lot of that situations like I'm the master of everyone's universe type of thing. And you usually find out that those people are probably very uneducated, definitely simpleton to say the least. And that's just a fact. Can't even carry on. They're like, yeah, I could be so smart. I could be smart. Can't even read and shit. Let's be real. Get with it.
So I guess the way you win now in the NFL is you get Derek Carr in a fourth down situation, make him throw long, and if you're the Chiefs, you just tackle all the wide receivers far enough away from the ball that the ball's uncatchable.
Really? So they just let it happen, huh?
No, actually, Hunter Renfrow ran into Devontae Adams, caused a big old melee. Everybody fell over each other, defenders included, and the ball sailed over everybody's head.
Nice.
Game over. Raiders lose by 1.
Raiders continue to not do good.
Well, they put a hurting on the Chiefs tonight, that's for sure. They were up like 20-7 at one point. Maybe 20-0.
Mike is right. That's so Raiders, bro.
Well, and the Chiefs, I mean, you got to credit Andy Reid for his halftime adjustments, bro. The guy is unreal, man. I mean, I even thought about that at halftime. I'm like, ooh, let's see what the Chiefs do for adjustments because they're down big. And they came back and just murdered the Raiders, dude, the second half.
Well, I mean, look, just think about the product of the Raiders and the product of the Chiefs.
Yep.
Chiefs fans are like, there's like 8 states full of Chiefs fans. Everybody's like, that's my football team. They don't find new fans till they get to Denver. You know what I'm saying?
So matter of fact, I'm going to put a hot take out there.
And so when you think about
Skylar
Vegas,
Thompson is a Chiefs fan.
Skylar Thompson?
I guarantee you he grew up a Chiefs fan.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's fucking went to Kansas State and shit, right?
He even looks like Travis Kelce. You don't think he looks like that for a reason?
Dude, that's
like that
Travis Kelce's fucking second cousin and shit. What you mean?
Like it wasn't his favorite player growing up, you know?
Bro, you could totally see those guys are at the freaking family picnic wearing matching shirts and shit.
I used to fix the satellite system at one of the gas stations in that rinky-dink town where he grew up, Palmyra, Missouri. And it's actually a little closer to the St. Louis side, but it's far enough north and far enough west from St. Louis that a lot of those people up there are Chiefs fans, they weren't St. Louis Rams fans. You know
Let's
what I mean?
be real, Color. If St. Louis Rams fans had St. Louis Rams fans, they would have still had the St. Louis Rams.
Right. Even back then, though, a person in Palmyra was every bit as likely to be a Chiefs fan as a Rams fan. You know what I mean?
1,000,000%. Well,
Kind of in
think
that
of it.
no man's land in Missouri. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, if you find somebody in Florida and they're a fan of the team of Florida, chances are they're a Dolphins fan,
Right.
not a Tampa or a
Right.
a Jacksonville fan. Jacksonville being a newer franchise and Tampa
Right. Exactly.
being a terrible franchise
Somebody
that
in
seems to win
Orlando-
Super Bowls every now and again.
Right. It's more likely even somebody like, for instance, like Ali. He's at Port St. Lucie. I mean, that's almost at the same latitude or longitude as
Yep.
Orlando. So, but he identifies with Miami.
1,000,000%. But even people in Orlando are Dolphins fans more
Sure,
than they're
sure.
fucking
Exactly.
Tampa fans.
Exactly. Well, I wasn't going to go that far because I figured a whole bunch of people in the chat from Orlando would be like, "No, we're Bucks fans," or whatever.
Why are these Bucks fans in this Dolphins chat?
Exactly. Well,
Get the fuck out.
why are the Buffalo fans here?
Well, they're here because they want to keep an eye on the Dolphins because they're
And they
scared.
like-
and I don't blame
and
them.
And they like giving us their money too, so we don't argue with them. You know
I
about
mean,
that.
I don't listen.
We
They
don't
can pay.
kick 'em out.
That's cool. I don't kick nobody out, but I
Yeah,
like
well,
the
if you
money.
give me money, you're gonna.
I'll take some money. Yeah, I'll definitely take some money for sure. What the fuck you talking about? Ali, what's up, buddy? Oh,
Did you notice?
I heard
Michael K
you were-
referring to you as Crapiton now for like by default.
I know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. It was pretty good. What's up, Ali?
so I heard colors talking about how I identify. So
Oh,
How you identify?
Dolphin.
that's what I
Oh
heard.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But no.
Be
Port St.
careful.
Lucie-
Dolphins have been known to be pretty frisky now. You identify as a dolphin. Watch out for Ali.
yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your car, hide your wife.
Yep.
Yeah, Port St. Lucie is part of South Florida, bro. So
1,000,000%.
It's Dolphins all
You
the way.
guys, dude, you guys are not south of Lake Okeechobee. Come on.
Bro, it doesn't matter. Like
Matter.
now,
We even
Port
get
St.
South
Lucie.
Florida news. We don't get we get West Palm Beach news, bro. That's the
No,
big
we get Treasure Coast news. What are you talking about? It's the other way around.
I'm just telling you, Color. They have effectively made it Port St. Lucie to Miami is all the same area.
Because he's actually in Martin County, so it's like you're kind of like.
And it
not
travels.
St. Lucie County. I'm in St. Lucie.
Oh, that's right. You're 2 counties up from Jupiter, man. That's crazy.
It travels directly across the state into like Port Charlotte. It's
Right.
funny because it's like port to port, really. And Port Charlotte is still kind of they're fighting for
I
their
was
South
gonna say,
Florida
I was gonna
status.
ask, is like Bradenton, South Florida, or is that too much in the Tampa area?
No, too much. See, it's at Port Charlotte area. They're right there. They're still fighting for. They're where
Cape
Port
Coral.
St. Lucie was. Well, Cape Coral is South Florida. See,
Right.
they're where they're. That's the line. It's right
Well,
there.
Cape
They're
Coral
still.
Cape Coral's off of State Road 80. That's due west of West Palm Beach. I mean,
Yeah,
due
exactly.
west,
I mean, you can't deny it. But it's funny because Port St. Lucie, or excuse me, Port Charlotte's where Port St. Lucie was like 20 years ago. They're fighting for their status right now.
Right,
and
right.
soon, once they make it an easier, clearer shot and get the traffic worked out, then they'll be good.
Yeah, I figured like Port St. Lucie, that's getting close to the Space Coast. So you're even talking like Jacksonville fans more before Bucks fans.
No.
Like once you get on up to Titusville, you don't think there's more Jacksonville fans?
I got to be real. I don't think there's any Jacksonville fans outside of Duval, to be honest. Like, there's very, very minimum.
Good point.
Like, I see him. I see him around here and where I'm at. You know, even in like Daytona, there's some. But dude, Dolphins fans reigned supreme throughout all the middling areas. It's a mixed bag of nuts. But if you had to put one fan base at the top, it's the Dolphins, and there ain't three fan bases.
I know of one in particular right now that's living in Ocala. So you got a point.
I know more Dolphins fans in Duval County than I know Jacksonville Jaguars.
1,000,000%. That's my point. Like, and Jacksonville's fans are probably more in Duval because it's there. But I'm dead serious. Like, all the other places outside of the cities, like St. Pete and Tampa, are Tampa fans. Let's be real. And even like what's just beneath St. Pete, what's it called?
DeSoto County. Oh, it'd be below St. Pete.
Sarasota and shit.
And Bradenton.
And
yeah,
let's be- and
Bradenton,
let's be- and
Sarasota,
let's
all
be
them,
real.
they're all Tampa fans, but like,
Let's also be real, Captain. Tampa Bay technically cheated and adopted all the New England fans because of Brady.
well, I
So,
mean, yes and no, yes and no.
not saying that they
Tampa actually had a decent fan base, like in their area, better than Jacksonville's got, to be honest with you.
For sure.
Like they could put together a whole fucking parade. Jacksonville couldn't put together a get together. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Their fan base, like right now, maybe they'll get something going on, but anywhere else in the state, from the Panhandle, from the state surrounding it, Dolphins fans are big in this corner of the state for sure. They outweigh the mixed bag of nuts of other like fans, because there's Dallas fans, and there's Buffalo fans, and there's Patriot fans, and there's some Jacksonville and Bucks fans, and like you can't take any three fans, and that includes the two in-state teams, and get enough together to outweigh the amount of Dolphin fans that are everywhere else in the state. Facts. So
I don't believe you.
I can guarantee it. I've tried all over this bitch. I have. Well, I mean, listen, it was like this some time ago. It was like that 15, 20 years ago when I was partying all over the state. You know, so yeah. That's for sure. So,
Yeah,
Ali,
we're the
did you
true
catch
America's team?
Yeah, I know, right? Ali, did you catch Coach's interview?
Yeah, he basically said that the Dolphins are being watched by the NFL, and without actually saying it, he said it. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I see one more of this bogus ghost spotting happen, I won't be surprised if lawsuits start flying, because I'm just being honest. Because I went back and looked, and it's all over Twitter. You can watch.
Oh no, I put the video on YouTube just so, because not everybody's got Twitter.
Walk to the ref, thumbs up, and that was it.
Yeah.
I don't understand where he stumbled at all.
No.
Did he trip over a wire on the sideline? Was that what happened? You know, I mean, I don't know. It's absolutely ridiculous. But at some point, enough is enough. You took our pick away because of something that shouldn't even deserve to be taken away, in my opinion. All right. And some stuff that happened between our owner and other parties. You know, you didn't go after those other parties for breaking the rules too. You know, it's always the Dolphins you got to come after. So
I know. And it is what it is. We expect it at this point. Ali, you know that. But I mean, damn. It sucks.
It really does, dude.
It sucks. And I'll tell you what, before I started the stream, I watched it, and it was such ugly football, dude. So much miscommunication, so many flags.
Bro, those flags, a lot of those flags were even bogus, bro. I was sitting there watching it, and like there was a penalty for pass interference called on Cater Kahoo. The guy
didn't even touch him. Conversion of a third down too.
Check this out. So he has his hand on his back, but that was about it. How many times have you seen X do that and not get called, but Cater Kahoo gets called for the same exact thing? It's so inconsistent. It's not even funny.
It was very inconsistent. It seemed. Look, there was two scoring drives put together where I would say outside of the scoring play, like it got them from wherever they were in the field to inside the red zone with penalties alone. That's like two scoring drives were all penalties until they got into the red zone, and then they were able to convert. I mean, it was ugly. And I'm talking, there was the not Emmanuel Ogba, the Melvin Ingram sack. Even the announcers, like, you could, he didn't hold, he didn't grab, he didn't pull. He tangled up on it.
Ali, everybody brings a different skill to the table. X goes out there like during pregame warmups and starts chatting it up with the referees, and he's like, "Yo, y'all gonna let me have my hand on the back of the receiver, ain't you?" And he starts name dropping their children in the school they go to.
John Santos is right. We are public enemy number one. So if that's the case, then you better watch out, NFL, because maybe we'll start playing the part.
Well, Ali, that's the part we're supposed to play. And that's why, I give a lot of pushback with, and don't get me wrong, I get it, positive vibes and positive energy. Like, no, positive vibes and positive energy ain't going to get you nothing but walked on around here, Dolphins fans. You need to nut up or shut up and get out there and put a licking on some fools. Throw all the flags you want, homeboy. I don't care. We killing bitches out here today.
Yeah, I mean,
Brady does the same thing. He's like, yo, if you call an extra roughing the passer call, you can have an extra night with,
yeah. By the way, that call on him last week was complete bullshit too. They say roughing the passer. The guy just got.
What's up, Triple S?
I mean, that's
like Gisela will introduce you to her friends if you call an extra roughing the passer call for me.
I've got an open spot at the special Victoria's Secret house party. Do you want to go? Just give me your name and information, and I promise.
You can sit right next to Zach Wilson.
No, I'm not going to give you anything. I can't even tell you anything more other than that. There's no record of it. Everyone there signs the NDA, and it will come and go as if it never happened. And man, oh man, you want to go. Got a little bit of something. That's how this shit is. Don't play me, bro. I know what world we live in.
He's like, ref, I'm the guy with the island in the middle of Tampa Bay.
Come on, Johnny.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Speaking of Josh Allen, I'm so sick of seeing him. Every time he gets tackled, he runs to the referee. He hit me. Oh, my God. He touched me. I don't feel good now.
Yep. Yeah, I don't feel good now. My tummy hurts. I don't feel good now.
That's what he looks like. He looks like a crybaby running to the referee.
As he's running around out there trying to bulldoze everybody, and he's at the bottom of piles from running the football everywhere, and he just wants to get up and cry, and whatever. That's his deal. We know that. We seen him cry after the Dolphins beat him, so let's be real.
Yeah.
But
this is true.
It is what it is.
The rumors that were flying about Christian McCaffrey to the Bills are sound to be bogus. They haven't had talks about it at all.
Here comes Mo Ali right at you right away, Ali.
All right, thanks for the $5 donation. All I hear is Ali crying and lying. How is Colors mascot still get to talk about football when he knows nothing? Ali is a straight chick. Well,
Damn, he called you Colors mascot, bro.
Bro, it's okay.
Wow.
Mo Ali can hold on to my balls, bro. That's fine. You can hold them in your mouth while you're at it.
I mean, Mo Ali, it's been a long time coming, dude. You've been going at him forever. You could have pushed him.
It's all right. Let him come because you know what? All I'm gonna say is karma's a bitch. Just watch.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh man, I'm telling you, Mo Ali is your number one fan, Ali. You'll realize that in about a month, bro.
Hey, Color, don't forget, we already know who he really is.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I'm talking about. Karma's a bitch.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Which is real funny because he's such a nice guy, his real persona.
That's true.
But he's got to get it. He's got to get it going. Yeah, I understand where he's going. What drives the man?
It drives the monster.
Watch. This guy sat here the whole time. You guys been going an hour and 54 minutes just to wait for me to come on, bro.
No, you're the faves. You're the faves for sure. You're the faves. He's got your picture.
Bro, why do you got Travis Kelce in a Dolphin uniform? I'm trying to figure that out for days.
Who?
You.
That's not Travis Kelce.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why don't you take a better look? That's QB1 right now.
It's Lake Lewis, man.
He goes, take a better look. That's QB1 right now. Damn, Ali, own it, bro. That's good, Ali. Why don't you take a better look? That's QB1 right now, bitch. You should throw a bitch on there. That was funny as hell.
That don't look like a 19 on his shirt. It's too centered.
I think this was when prior to him getting his number, somebody photoshopped it. I just liked the picture, so that's why I kept it because it was his face.
Just looks like a leader color, and just accept it. All right, it's a fucking leader right there, bro. Anyhow,
you gonna put a halo over his head, bro.
He's looking for it right now in that picture.
I'm sorry. QB1 works for me. I don't work for QB1.
Hey, you should make that. You should make that a pencilized drawing. You know, like that app that turns it into like a sketch. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So, Ali, did you hear the part where Coach basically said that the starter gets 80 to 100% of the practice snaps? So there's a chance.
No wonder there's a freaking drop off between the first string, second string, and third string QB. Holy shit!
That's what I'm saying, Ali.
What I don't understand is, would it really hurt the rhythm of Tyreek, Waddle, and Teddy if they were to just cycle them all in 50%, like keep doing a big roundabout to each quarterback? I mean, would it really hurt?
I don't know. I know how it hurts to not give a young guy that's a 7th-round rookie no snaps or very, very little.
Easily make that 50,
20% snaps.
And the wide receivers still think they're getting enough reps with the given quarterback. You know what I mean?
It's supposed to
one
be
right after the other.
He's supposed to be one of the best backups in the NFL. That guy shouldn't need more than 50 snaps to get through a game or so.
The quarterback is the only one that needs the reps, because I, as a wide receiver, can catch a ball from anybody at any time.
Questioning the thing is, this whole offense is based on timing, bro. And if your timing isn't right,
oh my God, Ali, tell him.
If your timing is not right, it doesn't matter if you can catch the ball because you won't be there to catch it properly.
Well, sure, but I'm just saying, like,
receiver, not necessarily. It's on the quarterback's end to understand when, at what point he has to release the ball, and until they get comfortable, if he's not getting the reps.
That's what I'm saying, Ali. As far as the catching itself, I can catch any speed ball from anybody, and like, no matter what their type of throwing arm motion is, none of that. I can catch anything. But you're right. It's like, does the wide receiver need to pump the brakes a little bit, or
well look, just easy enough. Even knowing a route tree, knowing the play, and knowing that this receiver's running this route, everyone knows what they're supposed to do. You still need that visual timing lineup to see that, hey, I've been practicing with Sherfield in this play at that slot position that is my target. Mm-hmm. This skinny inside post is coming up, and that's where the window is. Well, Sherfield is cutting after 6 yards to start moving up the field. Well, freaking Waddle, he's going to start 8 yards down there because he's faster and can get further.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just these nuances. Yes, thank you.
That Brady was talking about, where he'll get with one of his receivers and at dinner time and be like, yo, that one route today, just couple inches over to the right, and boom, it's a touchdown. You know what I mean?
Here's the other thing. We saw throughout the entire offseason and the summer and into the preseason where Tua was doing extra workouts with the receivers, throwing the ball, getting the timing in, all that extra work. For I'm pretty sure the 7th rounder didn't get to do all that extra work with the ones and everything during the offseason.
You know who he got a lot of work with, and who they should probably have out there no matter what? Is Eric Ikuzama this week coming up.
Yeah. I'm just a little concerned that, it's like you go from nothing to dumping it on him, whereas they could have eased him in to a 50-50 regimen. And now what I fear is going to happen this week is if they go full boat with him.
Is it overwhelming?
Exactly. It's going to be is he going to be able to be himself, which is really what we want him to be out there.
See, I gotta believe that Mike McDaniel not only is good enough, but now, I don't want to say having a humbling moment, but smart enough to analyze, and he's definitely self-deprecating enough. So this is why I'm really betting on this, to introspectively look at the entire circumstance of who he's got, what he got, and how to customize enough for a good enough game plan with a couple of little aces in the hole, some simple things where, it might be the same route concept.
Right. You don't change much of his game plan. You just change the guys out. You put the guys that he's going to be working with in there.
You know what it should look like for Skylar Thompson? It should look a little bit more like that Cincinnati offense at times.
If you try to ask him to do too much, it's going to implode.
You know who else should be playing besides Eazy? I mean, because he shined a lot under Skylar. Not only was it Eazy, but Sanders. Sanders really shined.
Braylon Sanders.
Yeah. He shined under Skylar, to be honest. So
yeah, I don't know. That's a big ask to put 2 rookies out there on that.
I hear you, but I'm saying those 2 receivers look the best under Skylar because that's what they had running out there. You know what I mean? This is where I think that in some cases Tyreek and Jalen Waddle should have played more. That's just my own opinion during the preseason.
Yeah, I think they're just keeping Buddy on some ice all year. I don't think we'll ever even see Sanders. But I do think this is a good week for Ikuzama, especially to have on the roster for game day. He would, I don't know what position he would take to be an extra wide receiver, because if Hill can play him. But Hill being in a walking boot all week, who knows? I don't want to break my toy. You know what I'm saying? With Hill, you got to be smart. You can't just have him go out there and do too much and injure more of his foot if there's something nagging. Got to play it safe in some instance. It's a long season. You know what I'm saying? Ikuzama should be dressing, and they've already got chemistry. So something to think about. Maybe Mike McDaniel will do that, but I'm not saying it has to happen. But he definitely... There's got to be ways to simplify things for a younger dude, accentuate what his gifts are. And I mean, Mike McDaniel's got to just do what he does best, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Am I asking too much of the genius coach that I've seen up to this point that's, been pretty on his game and delivered in a lot of ways? Some, injury to Tua in the Cincy game, on a short week, and then this week are the only complaints I really have as far as offensive play calling and coaching and clock management and everything, So
I'm still griping with that defense, man. That Boyer, I hope someone gave him a rude awakening about some of the stuff they were letting happen, dude. I'm sorry.
That was late.
I got an update for you real quick, guys.
What's that?
A rule clarification.
Okay.
I have the official rules of the NFL from operations.nfl.com, the 2022 NFL rulebook. Item 1, this is under passing, Rule 3, Item 1, contact by Team B player. If contact by an opponent materially affects a passer after the passer begins his throwing motion, it is a forward pass if he passes the ball. Regardless of where the ball strikes the ground, a player, an official, or anything else, when this occurs, intentional grounding rules do not apply.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the NFL is sticking it to Miami whichever way they can get away with.
That ain't no lie. I mean, it was called an incomplete. The ref from down yonder trots up. The guy comes out. He gives a whole spiel of why it wasn't intentional grounding. Then they go back to the refs and they say intentional grounding.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, because it's the second part of the rule. Did the guy contact him before he started his throwing motion? Because the next part of the rule says when a passer is contacted by an opponent before beginning his throwing motion, the direction of the pass is the responsibility of the passer, and intentional grounding rules apply.
He attempted to throw just before he got contact.
Well, we'd have to look at it again at this point. But
I have the
clearly enough.
Right at it.
I'll pull up the footage right now if you want to look at it. If we want to get into the devil in the details on this, boys.
Sure. I mean, I think the play just happened too quickly, but whoa, did
The fact
Devontae
that they
Adams
didn't call it, though, is their first instinct, and to sit there and talk about it and then throw the flag is ridiculous.
Dan, did you see
Did you
see HB's thumbnails for some of this stuff?
Yeah, especially this show. The one for this show is the best.
The one, no, I don't know. The refs one is hilarious. It's a refs with like a Superman. He's opening up his shirt and it says Jets underneath it. It's fucking hilarious.
Adams really pushed.
I see you in there, HB. What's up, buddy? Listen, let me show you.
That really happened, Color?
What?
Devontae Adams shoved a camera mic man.
No, I don't know. I didn't see that.
Yeah. Oh my God, it did happen. I'm looking at video footage of it now.
Look, there it is right there. That's pretty hilarious. That's a good one. That's pretty hilarious. Let me find that. Here it is.
Damn, log in already so we don't have to watch the ad. Damn, what the hell is that?
Bro,
Hey, donate to the channel so this guy can pay for his YouTube premium already.
It's not that. I'm waiting in correlation because it's connected to my YouTube account thingy. Like I might just have to buy it on another account and just jump back and forth. I'm dead ass because like we're having a problem here. What's up? What, Ali?
I was telling Color to check private chat. It shows the video of Devontae Adams. He's getting suspended for this, guaranteed.
At 1-4, I'm pretty sure he don't give a shit at this point.
He's probably like, man, I left Aaron Rodgers for this.
Listen, Aaron Rodgers ain't doing good without him. Damn, is this video this grainy like this? Okay, here we go. So look. First of all, he goes straight, gets straight back up. Didn't see him stumbling or nothing like that. That's for sure. Let me turn this audio down.
And then the first thing he makes is a thumbs up. Like, seriously?
I think the guy who was spotting was probably looking at the video of the hit and saw it in slow-mo and thought that's how it really happened.
I mean, these spotters have to realize you get rocked like that, you're still going to, like,
look, Color,
take your time to be like, whoa, and register that hit that you just got hit. You know what I mean?
You can barely see it.
It's almost like Teddy picks his arm up to try to throw the ball to get it to where it's going over the tackler. Watch. See? Kind of does a little bouncy poo.
He's already starting his throwing motion right now.
Yeah.
It's close enough, but that's the point. The first instincts of the ref were to not throw the flag. How they have a discussion and throw one is ridiculous, dude. And if that's the case, the league needs to make it reviewable.
Well, I mean, Color, they not only whammied against the call that they had that it was an incomplete pass to make it a safety, but then they continued to whammy and say, yeah, this guy is concussed too. That's what happened. It was a double whammy in the first offensive play.
And see, they're trying to argue the running back was in the vicinity. It doesn't even matter. You heard the rule. Regardless of where it lands, it's not the responsibility.
But the rules need not apply, Color.
Throwing motion.
The rules need not apply. Haven't you heard? The rules are what we make it. It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but it's kind of like the rules, nobody really knows exactly what they are. So because of that, doesn't really matter. I can make it up as it goes. I'll let you know.
I think they're going to reverse it, you know.
I'll let you know when you break the rules. You just do about your broke a rule. Which rule? Doesn't matter. You broke one. Now
reminds me of YouTube, bro.
That's what I was gonna say, honestly. I was gonna say that. Damn, dude, I'm looking at this Devontae Adams pushing the guy, and yeah, I don't know. He probably gonna be in some trouble. I mean, look. I mean, he went over there to push him. Like, let me pull it up.
Adams and whoa. Frustration from Adams and whoa. Frustration from Adams and whoa. Frustration from Adams and whoa.
He's going to get suspended for that.
We need to clip that. Frustration from Adams and whoa. Frustration from Adams and whoa.
Oh, yeah, make a whole fucking song out that shit right now.
So, do the spotters also spot referees when they're concussed? No, I'm just curious because this referee in this Chiefs game, I heard his voice was like so shaky. I was like, well, maybe he's concussed. They should have pulled him in the game. Just saying.
Ref lives matter too, bro. What's going on? NFL's got a lawsuit coming on its hand right now. Jeez.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, he talked to Xavier Howard before the game.
I don't know, man. It seems like
foul. Number
the
25.
games. It always feels like the game changes for the better, and in the progression, it's immediate abuse of it, and then hopefully down the line it'll be good. But why has the Dolphins got to work out the kinks? Why I gotta be the poster franchise for your new, concussion protocol video bullshit that you got going on? So much so that they blame us and then take Teddy out for an obvious whatever. I mean, that's just,
man, these Buffalo fans are getting in their feels, Captain. I can't believe.
What do you mean?
Here, I'll put this in private chat.
Oh man, they've been in their fields. They've been aligning with their perceived enemy. An enemy of my enemy is my friend, and you need friends because you're a loner, bro.
Look at this one. I just saw this and I'm like, what the hell?
Let's see. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that before. They're making AFC East championship banners for the Dolphins, and they did it for, the 2 weeks we were champs or whatever the hell it was. Ha ha ha. I mean, bro, I haven't seen. This is the problem with Bills fans right here. They're so. Like, damn, dude. They're just so ready to think that they sit atop the crown and kingdom. All we did was just show you how your glass house is built on fucking fraud and lies and bullshit. That's all. That's all. They know it. Not any news around here. We called it out early. These Bills fans think they're really something, and it's time to make sure we got to keep them in check.
It is so crazy to watch. Like, the Chiefs get a regular old win on a Monday night against their division opponent, and it causes Tyreek Hill to be trending on Twitter. Because the fans, immediately take to Twitter and remind everybody Andy Reid doesn't need Tyreek Hill anymore.
Color.
So them winning a game literally makes Tyreek Hill trend on Twitter.
And listen, Color, to your point, to piggyback on that, It's not just Tua why the Dolphins are hated. They hate Tyreek too. Don't forget it. And that's why we're getting even extra Bills attention, because they have PTSD to Tyreek Hill. They can't help but see two fingers in their face and remember 13 seconds. That's all. It's just a fact.
I mean, it's really not Tyreek's fault that they're premature celebrators.
That's right. Premature celebrators.
It's better than being a habitual copyright striker.
Or a tuasexual.
Or a tuasexual. Damn, boys. Damn, you guys are on point. I'm glad you guys are here. This is awesome.
Speaking of anti-tuasexual, look at the last thing I posted in the private chat. That's also trending on Twitter right now.
Yeah, I seen this. There's definitely a push, and will be repushed for the discussion of Lamar Jackson being here in Miami and what kind of. I mean, look, don't forget he was flirting with the team. I'm not in any rush to find anything out because that comes with a lot of money, and all that good stuff. But it's definitely, it ain't going away. There's only one person that can keep all that from going away. And he probably won't play this week. Probably won't. But I'm waiting to hear back from that. We shall see. Well, boys, I don't know about you, but I'm through.
All right, man. Well,
guys, everybody hit the like button if you haven't. Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Make sure you guys are subscribing over here on YouTube, The Finn's Tailgate. And check out all the great content. You guys already know. The rundown was just done. And, see you guys tomorrow. We'll hopefully go into the 22 film a little bit. Try to close the book on this piss poor performance from the team all the way around. And hopefully get some clarifications on whether Tua or Teddy is in some form of recovery in the concussion protocol, because nobody really knows exactly what the hell's going on. And if not, all eyes on the Vikings with Skylar Thompson, who needs to get the reps. He needs the reps. It's got to happen. He cannot, bro, just can't happen. Can't have the kid go in there getting probably only 10% of practice reps, and who knows how much of those even were with Waddle or Tyreek, who probably didn't get any. You know what I'm saying? And again, he's not going to even get much of any this week with Tyreek, as I would imagine they would be extra cautious with his foot, and I would just want him for game day. You know what I'm saying? So there's still some adversity to overcome this week, and let's close the book on the Jets and move on to the next, and hopefully we get Tonk 7 tomorrow. Later, everybody.
Jets.
And
Yeah. Fence tailgate.